glad you brought that up.
Yeah, so that's where it's like, well, everyone's strategy is different because I need to understand where you are in this life cycle.
Yeah.
And then I'm also tracking the markets to see, like, at the moment, because the baby boomer generations that have come through, there's a big push for those coastal lifestyle and regional locations for these downsizers who are selling up in big cities, wanting to get away from everyone because they don't need to be there for employment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe their kids have moved away because people are moving more online, or they've moved over, living overseas, and they just want to sort of downsize and try something different. And that's where we're seeing this big kick in coastal location growth. Like Southeast Queensland is going nuts at the moment, just because people have that money and they're making cash offers. Everyone's blown away. Who has this much cash? Well, people that work their whole lives and have just sold up for $4 million in Sydney on an average home.
Somebody that started their property journey at 20, did 30 years, they're 50 now, and they've got a $12 million property portfolio, 360K passive income per year. Save up that for 2 years, they can buy something cash sale for 700K.
Yep. So that's just sort of the cycle of life. And it goes pretty quick. You click your fingers. However old you are listening to this, you're either listening to me going, he's right, I can't believe it the last 10 years ago. And then there could be a younger person going,
you don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? It took me so long to go to school and uni, and now I got my $100 grand, and then it's like, well, just you wait for the next 10 years, my friend. So yeah, understanding that's all that strategy, the journey, going into, what it is that you're actually aiming for, and like my big disclaimer all this with clients is have a strategy and keep accumulating assets that are growing in value and having an income stream. The chances of you actually hitting like that 30 years and going, oh, Jaryd, you're right. I've got 12.5 million in assets, 366,000 in passive income. I did it, and it's like amazing. Like the chances of that happening are really slim because you don't know what life's going to throw at you.
It could be more. You could have, you could have had a more aggressive growth path because you injected cash into it, and whatever it is.
Yeah, but it's providing you options. It comes down to the simple thing of invest your money into something that's going to grow in value because the world is set up for you to fail. It's going to keep sucking your time and attention into things that are non-productive, whether it's shopping for clothes that you don't need or buying a shiny new car to impress people that are like you anyway, right? Like kind of like that theme of who I am as a human is just health, relationships, and wealth, like that. Key part of
focus on those
your life. And at the end of it all, we sit down and we need to be content with our decisions on the rocking chair on the deck when you're 80 or 90 sipping your cup of tea and reflecting on the world. Like, have a think about what you want to be thinking and the person that you want to be and the people you want to have around you, and that's where you should start.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It's having that thought and just becoming conscious of like, this is what I want, and how do I work towards it? And I guess I know what I have wanted in the last 5 years has changed significantly, and probably the same for you, Sam. And that's in just 5 years.
Because your opportunities have changed as well.
Exactly, and that's what's going to happen. As our world evolves faster for you guys listening, opportunities. There's going to be more and more opportunities that pop up in front of you faster and faster as well. So yeah, it is worth not just reassessing your strategy, but to reassess the strategy, you first need to reassess the goal as well, and make sure your goal is in alignment with all the people that you love in your life and yourself too. And then you can reassess the strategy, and doing that regularly. I've got talking about Geordie, him and his partner, they do a quarterly clarity offsite where they check in, see how everything's going in their relationships, and then they get on a 90-day plan for what they want to do for the next 90 days to achieve some sort of goal in different areas in their life and relationship. And that's a really good strategy if you're really focused on growth and bettering your life and doing it every quarter. But even if you were to do it every 6 months or every 12 months, just sit down with your partner, sit down with whoever's important in your life, and assess like, all right, where do I want to be in 6 months? Where do I want to be in 12 months? What resources do I have in terms of cash, borrowing capacity and assets maybe already if we're talking about property, and then how do we structure that to get to our goal in 6 months time of like maybe purchasing another property, or 12 months time maybe purchasing another property, 5 years time maybe owning X amount more properties, or having a property valuation of this size by renovating and whatnot. So that constant reassessing is key, huh?
Yeah, well, that's the more of an active strategy where there's a passive investor, which is just buy and hold. But I'm always, like, at the very least, just checking every 12 months to see what the opportunities are. We talk about opportunity costs a lot, and that's, yeah, assessing your options. It might just be that there's nothing to do, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's
like,
a really good point.
You've already got a good asset in your portfolio, and
Patience. That might be your strategy.
yeah, and buying, like, don't get caught up in. There's also stresses in owning a portfolio with 20 properties or 40 properties where you've got 40 tenants, 40 property managers, 40 kitchens, maybe 80 bathrooms.
40 nightmares.
Yeah, like, it's just like there's simplicity in it all. But yeah, each 12 months it could be that and markets grow and plateau and pull back in different parts in Australia. And that's sort of where having that more active, I guess, advisor that's just in the market every day, that's where it can really like pay the dividends. Because it could just be that, hey, that market's looking at like it's showing signs of peaking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's divest out of that. You've held it for 10 years. You've got that good growth cycle. Let's put that money to work harder for you in a different location, and that's how you're going to also fast track your portfolio growth. Because over the median growth cycle of a 30-year period, most markets in Australia, they tend to equal out, and that's what the data's obviously suggesting to me. And I look at that and go, well, that kind of makes sense, because you get the booms in Sydney, and then you get the regionals that are booming, and it ebbs and flows. And it's just like, if you've ever been involved in stock markets and watching charts, like I used to analyze charts as well.
Remember when we used to do Forex?
I still have definitely a big interest in all that. It's just that, once again, going back to strategy, is like my skill set and everything I've done from work, study, career is all property. So why would I start getting caught up in the shares?
Shiny objects, yeah.
Yeah. So my point, I was rambling on about.
Yeah, you were just talking about like the long, like over the long term time frame is like you're gonna have the ups and downs in the markets, but if you just stick at it, you're gonna get growth.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I was hitting on is you might get those markets, so they'll boom for a 6 to 10 year period and they plateau. For me, it's like, well, get out of that one, sell it. You've had that nice growth period. Let's go find another market where it's just picking up. We're going to get that, 10+% in growth per annum, and that's going to really fast track your portfolio growth. And yeah, you're selling down the asset. You've got capital gains and you've got sales, commissions, and things like that. But I'm talking, you can sell out of that for your $800,000, go back and buy for $400,000, double that in the next 10 years. Whereas that $800,000, that might do nothing for 5 years.